All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live New York session. It is March the 7th, 2023. So before we get started, let's go ahead and check the news here. And as we can see, we want to have some major news on the USD at 10 o'clock. That's when Brad, the chairman, is going to be testifying. So that might affect liquidity a little bit, but maybe not too much. So we might still be in the markets by then. We might be out by then. So we'll see. So we're going to trade NAS100 today. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark up supply demand market structure from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame. And then we're going to scale back to the 15-minute time frame and figure out where does price align with supply and demand, and then figure out a possible sniper entry. So let's get started. All right, so this is as far back as price is going. So we're going to put our vertical line here. We could see that there was a very strong demand down here. And the reason why I jumped to that conclusion is because you can see that price tested this area, pushed up, tested down here, and it made price shoot all the way up until it hit a huge supply here, and then price tested this area once again. So this is a solid demand area here. We can see there was a solid supply up to this point. We can see that there was possibility of another demand zone here. That's what made price reject that and push all the way up as well. We can see that there was huge demand here. Some demand there. We can see that there was demand here. So that there was a strong supply here. So then we're going to draw supply demand zones right over these horizontal lines. So that way we can really see where supply demand is really, really strong. Because that's the key of really finding the best sniper entries. Because we call it smart money concepts. This is when the banks are actually buying up these areas, buying or selling these areas. So you'll get the best result in those type of areas. And then we see that there was kind of a strong demand level. So let's go on ahead to the 30-minute time frame where we're going to repeat the process. We're going to go all the way back to that last point. We're going to start, filling everything in. Let's go all the way back. But there's the next area that we can actually mark up. See, there was a huge supply there. There. So that's more appropriate there. Let's see. So let's go ahead and move on to the 1 hour. Moving back to the 30 minute. Put placement on vertical line. Then we'll go back to the 1 hour. Is where my last bullet was. And as you can see, this is where current price is at. So we're going to mark this up. So when we really analyze price, we can see that price hit a strong supply here. That's what pushed price all the way down to this point. So let me make this red. And then when price finally hit this demand zone, it pushed it all the way up to this point here. The price respected this area as a demand once it reached this level. And then you can see that there's a very strong supply up here. So we'll go ahead and draw the demand. So now, this is where we're at on the 1 hour. Put my vertical line here. Go to the 4 hour. You can see that price is kind of resting up, possibly on the zone here. So price probably might come up and respect the zone and probably push out. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll go to the 15-minute. And see, price rested up on this zone before it pushed up, but it again and pushed up. So I wouldn't be surprised if price kind of sells down, grab all this liquidity here, maybe do a swing low and then possibly go up. That's what I'm kind of thinking. But it's a possibility it's probably going to sell short term until it hits this point. So I'm curious to see what price is going to be at the 9:30 candle. So we have about a little bit over 6 minutes before the 9:15 candle closes. So we'll wait for that and see where we're at, and then we'll make our decision. So I'll be right back. All right, so we got about 20 minutes. I'm sorry, we got about 15 seconds until the 9:15 candle closes. It's a possibility that the price could probably sell, maybe fill all this imbalance here, maybe break this structure, and then do swing low, and then go up. That's what I'm thinking. So that's a huge possibility. So for the short term, it's a possibility that I might actually do a sell. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'm going to stick with my bias. I think it's going to buy go down. So I'm going to stick with my bias and go with the sell. But it might sell short term down in here. So for that, we'll ultimately go for TP1 400 points. And up here is That's what I would probably go for. Probably gonna go for that. But then again, but probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if it still sell short term, regardless of good even going up. You know what, for the sake of it, probably gonna go for a short sell. Well, you know what, I'm gonna stick with the buy. And then if it sells, I can catch the sell down here, and then when it buys, catch the buy. That's what I'm gonna do, yeah. I'm gonna shoot it. So, so we have about less than 12 minutes before the 9:30 candle hits. So at about 9:28, I will initiate more trades and then we'll see what we get. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. I'm going to actually change my mind. I'm going to actually go for the short sell. I'm going to try to catch all this equipment down here before it doesn't swing at all. That's what I'm probably going to go for. Let's see here. That's what I'm going to go for. You know what? Let me just stick with what I did when I first started. Let me do that. Let me just do that. I'm going to stick with my first stop. That way, if I'm wrong, this price will buy down to this point and then buy up. So let me stick with that. So never mind. We have to buy up every minutes. All right, so we got a minute before 9:28. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the MetaTrader 4 on the computer here. And so while we're initiating this trade, we're going to be focusing on this candle here. So let me get the orders ready here. So I'm going to initiate the sell on the computer and the buy on the phone. So let's see. So we're going to wait until 9:28 hits. It's going to get even a minute now. There we go. All right, so the trades have been initiated. We'll put this up here. Now the next thing I'm going to do real quick here is put in my take profit, and then I'm going to switch to back to the MetaTrader 4 here. We'll be right back. All right, so we have a little bit over 20 seconds before the 9:30 closes, so I'm going to switch over. So price probably might sell a little bit to hit that demand zone, but we'll see which one profits first, and then we'll close it. The goal is to make 3K, which price is kind of already doing in the sell, so it's 9:30 now. See what this candle is doing. Looks like it's going against that demand zone. It might be selling down until it hit that demand zone, but we'll see. What the sell is really right now. I just want to see something real quick, because I could close it and get a target, but I want to close it and see if it's going to buy up just to experiment. Yeah, so it's kind of buying up a little bit now. It's closing there. Let's see. So it's selling. Okay. Like we're getting that demand zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close this sell. It's with a $12,000 profit. Well, I'm go ahead and close that. So we ended up getting that there. We go to the account history. So we profited, let's see, $6,000 on that one. So we made our target. The target is $3,000. We practiced the demo. But what I want to see is I want to see price buy up and see if I profit on the buy as well. You see it's pushing up. Might switch to MetaTrader 4, and then I might switch to trading view. So let's see, it's still selling. Yep, looks like it's buying up now. So I'm gonna pause this recording, and then once I get $1,300 profit, see it's buying up. I was right. So it sold a little bit. We got that. Let me put in my partial and close this. 1,700. Oh, almost 12,000. Oh, I'm gonna lock this in. Oh, man. So lock it in quicker, but hold on. All right, so I profited on the buy and I locked in my first partial trade at over $1,300. I'm at my second partial trade run. Once they hit stop loss, and once I hit another $100, and I'm gonna close it. So be right back. The price is buying now. All right, so the price bought up and we made our profit. So when price sold, like when price sold on this candle, like I thought it would on this demand zone, we made a total of $6,000 on that, over $6,000 on that sell. Then price bought up like I thought it would. So I'm going to show you the results of that, and you can still see that price is buying up, which is crazy. So let me show the results of that real quickly here. Give me 1 second. So on that buy, first partial trade, over $1,300 profit, and then almost $100 on the second trade. So we made a total of $1,451 on this. And we actually profited on actually both trades. So that's amazing. So we did good. So I mean, that pretty much wraps up this session. Price is still buying up. So we were correct as far as saying that price is going to come down to test this area, then it went up. Just like price did previously in these areas. That's why supply and demand is key. I probably might do a back test session on this later on as training, but this was a good session. So that wraps up this session, guys. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.